Hi everybody. Monday, December 13th. I'm at a different site because somebody camped across from me that had a flame retardant tent that was extremely it was bothering me. My lips started burning. So I knew I had to move. So I moved over here to a different site. I did the trick where I turn on the vehicle in the middle of the night because it got cold again, and this time I started tasting laundry chemicals on my tongue. So the best I can conclude is that the day that I went over to the apartment that I got the bad exposure, someone must have been using laundry dryer sheets, and I had my windows open in my van. So my van, I think, got contaminated with laundry chemicals, and now I'm perceiving them also on my clothes. So I'm not really sure if that's because I shouldn't be using the washers over there, if the chemicals, I don't know. So the situation I'm in right now is when I turn on the heat of my van, I have a reaction. That's problematic because it's pretty cold. And my clothes, I'm reacting to all my clothes, possibly even the ones I have on, I'm not sure. So now, at first, I get upset and I let out the feelings, and then I focus on the solution, right? Problem, solution. That's what this is about. So, I think the long-term solution is I'm probably going to have to move my camp host site. I'll move it over here because it's a little bit more spread out and more remote, like away from, there's still people around, but not as many. So I'm going to do that, move my camp host site over here. I'm not 100% sure. I think I'm going to have to go to a hotel and soak all my laundry and rewash it all by hand and pray that that's enough to get whatever's on them off of them. And I have to take this van in for an oil change anyway, so I'm going to have them change the air filter, and maybe that will be enough to handle what's going on. But it's making me rethink driving my home around. Yes, I definitely got a little sloppy because I was feeling so comfortable. I was feeling so safe. I got a little sloppy. I left the windows down. My bad, But, that's when you're driving your home around, it's problematic because, I'm going to have to go places that aren't great. I'm going to have to take my van into places that aren't pristine environments. So, how do I mitigate against that? And I admit, I haven't been good about wiping down this van, about cleaning it. And I should be, because I'm sleeping in it. My breath is escaping and probably all kinds of toxins are in it, but I just haven't been. They say that you can get a microfiber cloths and spray whatever it is you spray, that you can tolerate, and wipe down the vehicle, and then throw the microfiber cloths away, and that will help decontaminate the vehicle. So maybe I do that. I change the air filter and I do that. But the rough thing is that the only hotel I can tolerate is like $150 a night in Vegas. And so I don't know. Do I attempt to find another hotel that I can tolerate right now when my reactivity is so high and my immune system is so agitated? I don't know, or do I just call that hotel and hope they have a room? And even though it's far, far away from where I am right now, like 3.5 hours, maybe it's worth it to go all the way there, because then at least I know I can tolerate it and give my system a chance to calm down a little bit. I don't know. I have to do some more praying about it before I make a decision. But it's funny because I was upset and I said, well, let me rewatch my video from yesterday. And so I did. I rewatched my video from yesterday, and I reminded myself, okay, this is what you do. You're on a spiritual basis now, Michelle. You have to, I'm going to have to get quiet. I'm going to have to do some prayer and meditation. And, and the thing is, it's not like a telegram. I might not instantly know what to do, right? I might just have to make the best decision that my brain, because I just might have to make the best decision that my brain can do, and then pray that I'm doing the right thing, because it says that the reading that I read every day says that, it will become, your thoughts will become more on a spiritual plane. So sometimes I do have to go with my mind, I do have to go with my thoughts. And then just the key is, though, being willing to deviate. Like, if things aren't going well, being willing to ask God, okay, God, is there something else that I'm supposed to be doing right now? Am I going the wrong direction? And that's kind of what I was doing wrong with the van. I was so sure that I was right, that I was just plowing off in that right direction. And then when, that gate slammed down, sorry, I'm itchy. I was not prepared for that, which, so this is what I have to do, And it's funny because when I was watching the video, I noticed that I said I was going back to Vegas in 4 days, when I'm really not planning to go back to I wasn't planning to go back to Vegas until January 15th, 16th, 17th. But I might go back early. I don't know, but it's funny. I just want to say too, somebody asked me a question about something that my dentist, I don't know, she asked about some question about the dentist, and I told her I didn't know, and I'm guessing she was joking, and she said, you need to detox? Well, yeah, I need to detox. We all need to detox, but I have, I have issues. I say that on the channel all the time, which means my brain is short-circuiting like 50% of the time, So, my answer is, yeah, but the little, when my brain does work, I'm trying to help people, you know what I mean? And I hope she wasn't trying to be unkind, but if she was trying to be unkind, then I don't have time for that. You know what I mean? I don't. Like, I'm here to I'm serving God, and I'm loving others, and, I don't know. I don't even remember her name because I don't think I'm Facebook friends with her. She just made a comment, and I don't know. I hope she finds what she's looking for. Maybe she was talking about the scrape test. I don't know. So maybe that next video will help her. But yeah, she asked me about a mouthwash, and he didn't say anything about, I thought about it. I didn't say anything about a mouthwash. It's a pill. It's you need a prescription from a dentist or a practitioner or something. You can't just get on there and order it. They have to see it first, and I'm just grateful because, again, that's one of those things that I thought, oh, great, I'm never going to be able to do that because it's so expensive and whatever. And, it is expensive to go to a biological dentist, but at this point, I feel it's worth it for me because my goal is to detox my mouth, and normal dentists, they don't really believe in that, So, okay. So I guess what I'm here today to say is, please pray for me. Pray that I have knowledge of God's will and the power to carry it out. That's the number one prayer, because I really believe that if I'm in God's will, He's going to provide for me. He's going to show me where to go, show me who to talk to, show me what to buy. And obviously, I'm still in need of some sort of a place to live. Whether that's what that looks like, I have no idea, And now I'm starting to worry about living in a van, because that means, like I said, I have to take it everywhere with me. Maybe that is the answer, that I live in a van, and that I'm just more careful, that I always keep the windows up when I'm in a city or a town or anywhere where there's humans, really. And that I develop more, better practices about cleaning the van. I'm not certain what God has in store for me, but in my mind, I'm thinking, boy, wouldn't it be nice to have like a trailer that I could leave out in pristine locations and then unhook and take whatever, the SUV, the truck, the van, whatever the motor is, take that with me into town. That would be less stuff to worry about, because then I wouldn't have to worry about contaminating my sleeping area, because that's the most important thing, is keeping my sleeping area, or the place that I sleep, keeping it as clear as possible. That's why I moved over here to sleep, because of the flame retardant tent across from me. At least over here, there was no flame retardant tent, where I was going to be breathing that in all night. And especially right now, because I'm so low on the power curve. Yeah, so I already did some praying and some crying and a little bit of eating and stuff. And but this is basically the beginning of my Monday, and then making this video and just kind of thinking out loud. So I am planning to go somewhere today. I'm probably going to go down to Furnace Creek, get some internet, regroup a little bit, and try to decide, where to go and what to do from there. So I'll probably post these 2 videos. But yeah, please, I ask you very much to pray for me. And, even getting the money from my house, right? It's not going to be a super cure-all. My long-term plan is to, whatever it is I live in, van, RV, truck, cardboard box on the side of the road. I mean, my plan is to get a laptop and get a job again, get a remote job. And of course, I've been researching different things like Starlink and whatnot. And even though that's a large initial investment, I mean, it would pay off if I could be in a remote location earning, a little money. I was only making about $600 to $800 a month extra when I was at my house working from home on a computer. But with my Social Security, it was okay. It was a decent amount, And let's face it, my ultimate goal is to heal my body so that I don't need Social Security anymore. I mean, right now I'm still sick. I still need Social Security. And that's another thing. If you are praying for me, please pray about that, because I still have not, they transferred my Social Security to Nevada, and I still have not heard anything from them. And I did call once. I need to call again. I did call once, and they said they didn't know anything. So I'll have to call again. And then another thing, if you're praying folk, I still need my birth certificate. Although I think I have a semi sort of beginning answer to that, in that I think what I'm going to do is rent a room. I think maybe I'll end up like a snowbird. I don't know. Rent a room from my neighbor and then use her address as my physical address. She's offered that before, and I just didn't want to do it. So I think I'm going to do that now. So at least I'll have a physical address in New York. And then, I don't know, maybe I go to New York in the summer and I come out to the desert in the winter. I don't know, like I say, what the future holds, but ultimately my goal is to take any misery, any suffering that I go through, and use it for good. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing these videos. Hopefully I'm helping you. Hopefully I'm helping somebody somewhere in the world, because I don't want, I'm suffering. I'm not going to lie, I'm suffering, but I don't want it to be wasted, and I prayerfully offer that up as a prayer right now. So, Anyway, thank you very much for being here. Like, subscribe, and pray.